Cruise lines are banking on you not knowing this. If you're 65 or older, you already qualify for 7 hidden perks that could save you hundreds of dollars and make your entire voyage more comfortable. But here's the kicker. You won't find these perks printed in your cruise brochure. They exist because of maritime accessibility laws, liability loopholes, and unadvertised senior policies that cruise lines quietly keep in the background. Why? Because every free service, every waived fee, and every discount cuts into their profits. They hope you'll never ask. But once you know the exact words, who to talk to, and how to phrase your request, doors open that most passengers never even realize exist. Stick with me because the last perk, the one cruise lines guard the hardest, can change the way you book cruises for the rest of your life. Secret number 1. Free priority boarding. Most passengers think priority boarding is reserved only for wheelchair users or people with major disabilities. That's not true. If you're 65 or older and you have any mobility concerns, whether it's tired legs from walking long gangways, difficulty carrying luggage, crowded tender boats, or simply wanting to avoid embarkation chaos, you qualify for completely free priority assistance. That means you can board before the general crowd, use dedicated elevators during peak times, be among the first off at tender ports, get luggage assistance delivered straight to your stateroom, and even enjoy priority disembarkation on the final day. And here's the part the cruise line won't tell you. They can't legally refuse. Maritime accessibility law protects seniors with mobility concerns, and the definition of concern is far broader than most people realize. The insider hack is that you don't have to use it at every port. Maybe you're confident strolling onto a flat pier in Cozumel, but dreading the steep, tender ride into Santorini. You can request help only where you need it. That flexibility is yours, and that's just the beginning. Secret number 2. Free room service. Cruise lines quietly rake in millions, charging nearly $8 for every room service delivery. But if you're 65 or older, you don't necessarily have to pay. Seniors with dietary or medical requirements automatically qualify for free room service accommodations. This includes diabetes that requires specific meal timing, blood pressure medication that must be taken with food, or mobility limitations that make crowded dining rooms difficult during rush hours. And here's where most people miss out. The definition of a medical need is intentionally broad. If you struggle to stand in buffet lines, if you take medication early in the morning, or if crowded dining areas overwhelm you, all of that qualifies. The psychology behind this is simple. Cruise lines know medical emergencies cost them far more than a waived delivery fee. It's cheaper to quietly let you order room service for free than risk you skipping meals or mismanaging medication. The magic phrase to use when you call is this: I have senior dietary requirements related to my medication schedule and would like to understand room service accommodations. Simple, polite, and effective. And if you thought free meals in your room were a perk, wait until you see how deep the dining secrets really go. Secret number 3. Guaranteed prime dining times. Have you ever been stuck with a 9 o'clock dinner slot you didn't want, or squeezed into a noisy corner table in the main dining room? Seniors 65 and older can request guaranteed preferred dining times and locations, but only if you know to ask. On Royal Caribbean, seniors can lock in early 5 o'clock seating and even request table locations near servers or away from high traffic areas. Carnival offers priority reservations at specialty restaurants and guarantees main dining times that align with medication schedules. Princess Cruises actually has a senior sailing program that lists preferred dining accommodations, but they bury it so deep you'll only get it if you request it before booking. Here's the insider phone hack. Don't ask if they have senior dining options. That's too vague. Instead, say, I'd like to request senior dining accommodations for passengers 65 and older. Those words trigger a different system script, one tied to accessibility rights. And if you think dining is where the perks end, you're about to discover something that affects your entire time ashore. Secret number 4. Shore Excursion VIP treatment. Most passengers pay hundreds for shore excursions, only to find themselves at the back of a crowded bus, exhausted from long walks or struggling to keep pace. Seniors don't have to settle for that. If you're 65 or older, you can request priority boarding on excursion buses, reserved front seating on tour vehicles, extended time at rest stops, alternate transportation for walking heavy tours, and even escort assistance through complicated port terminals. And no, you don't have to exaggerate your needs. Simply say, "I'd like to request shore excursion accommodations due to senior mobility considerations." That's it. You're not lying. You're not demanding. You're unlocking a perk that already exists. Pair this with the next secret and suddenly your entire cruise experience shifts in your favor. Secret number 5, free cabin upgrades. Ask the average cruiser about upgrades and they'll tell you guest services always says, "Sorry, we're fully booked." But seniors have a kind of leverage that most passengers never use. If your cabin presents any age-related discomfort, trouble with upper berths, needing grab bars, difficulty with long hallway walks, or wanting to be closer to dining or medical centers, staff often have the discretion to move you. That could mean an accessible cabin with a better bathroom setup, a lower deck cabin for easier elevator access, a room closer to key venues, or even a balcony cabin for mobility and comfort. The psychology here is simple. Guest services deals with entitled passengers making outrageous demands all day. But a polite senior with a genuine comfort concern? They'll often say yes, not because they have to, but because you're reasonable. And once you unlock your cabin perks, it's time to tackle the cruise line's biggest moneymaker, specialty dining fees. Secret number 6. The specialty dining loophole specialty restaurants are a goldmine for cruise lines. They charge anywhere from $25 to $75 per person, and passengers line up to pay. But seniors have a way around this. If your dietary or medical needs can't be met in the main dining room, cruise lines often waive specialty dining fees. That includes diabetic-friendly meals, low-sodium or texture-modified foods, and meal timing that aligns with strict medication schedules. Here's another hidden policy. Milestone celebrations. Senior couples celebrating their 25th, 40th, or especially 50th anniversary can request complimentary specialty dining. The same goes for retirement cruises or post-recovery voyages. The insider secret is that these perks aren't automatic. You have to mention the milestone before you board, ideally when you book. But the final perk makes all of this look small. This one is the single most valuable senior benefit cruise lines hope you'll never hear about. Secret number 7. The Future Cruise Discount. Secret. This is the perk they protect most fiercely. Seniors can qualify for future cruise discounts that have nothing to do with loyalty tiers, onboard spending, or casino play. Here's how it works. Seniors 65 and older often get fast-tracked to higher loyalty tiers, unlocking perks that normally take years to earn. If you required accommodations during your cruise lines may quietly offer discounted future bookings to encourage your return. Seniors who refer other senior travelers sometimes receive double or even triple the referral credits. And when it comes to repositioning cruises, the cheapest, longest itineraries available, seniors often get first access before the general public even knows about them. The key unlocking phrase is simple. As a senior traveler, I'd like to understand what future cruise accommodations and discounts might be available based on my current cruise experience. That one sentence can open doors to discounts worth hundreds. Conclusion. Your action plan. Here's how to put it all together. At the time of booking, request mobility assistance and senior dining accommodations. 2 weeks before your sailing, call the cruise line to confirm. On embarkation day, mention your age and ask about available senior services. On the first day on board, visit guest services to check for upgrades or milestone dining perks. And before disembarkation, always ask about senior discounts for future cruises. Don't exaggerate and don't claim perks you don't need, but absolutely claim the ones that improve your cruise experience. These benefits exist for you. The cruise lines just hope you never ask. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these perks surprised you the most? Have you ever tried to use senior cruise benefits, or did guest services give you the runaround? Drop your story in the comments. If this video opened your eyes to perks you didn't know existed, smash that like button so more senior cruisers can discover these secrets. And don't forget to subscribe to Cruise Pro for more insider hacks the cruise lines don't want you to know. Until next time, bon voyage.